to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is Mohammed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm joined by Peter McDONAGH and his new fighter that he's advising. I've heard you're the new Andy Ruiz, the English Andy Ruiz.
Hopefully one day, but give me like a decade or something and hopefully, yeah.
So I've heard a little bit about your story, about the weight loss, etc., and how you've got to this point. So just for people who don't know, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
I started my weight up to 25 stone 2 pounds, which is like 160 kilos, something like that.
What age?
I was 16 years old. I'm 18 now. I'm about 126 kilos, but I put on muscle at the same time. I was doing weightlifting and stuff. And if anyone wants to lose weight, I recommend getting in the gym. It's like mental health. Make sure mental health is so good, way better. Yeah.
So obviously you're on this influencer scene at the moment, but just speaking to Peter in an interview beforehand, he's saying that you want to go for a British title. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people watching this might think that's out of reach, yeah, but not now, of course not, but one day. So
if you don't believe in yourself, who will? You know what I mean? So one day, hopefully, even if it's in 20 years' time, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I bet most of the people that are in the top didn't expect they was going to, or something like that. But yeah.
Why do you believe in this kid, Peter?
Firstly, like I say, he put a pair of gloves on 6 months ago for the first time. I only met him 2 weeks ago. Straight away, I built a bond with him 2 weeks ago, and I see it in his eyes. You know, this kid's a real fighter. His story resonates with my story. You know, everyone knows about my story. It's crazy. It's mad. He's got a similar story to my story. And I don't just want to build him as a fighter. I want to build him as a person, because he's got a great journey, which I know he can help other people on. We want to start bringing this kid to schools, you know, telling the kids, don't sit behind a computer all day long. You'll end up getting fat and putting loads of weight on, you know, and all that sort of stuff. As well as that, he's talking 20 years down the line, becoming a British champion. I am telling you now, 3 years down the line, with the right sparring, the right looking after, at 21 years old, this kid could be British champion. If he keeps his head on his shoulders, I think he's very, at the moment, I think he's very, very mature for an 18-year-old kid. So if he listens, I honestly believe 3 years of this, get to the top of this as an influencer, you know, an influencer champion. He can make his money in this, you know, as well as build his popularity up, but not build his popularity up for being, like, you know, silly things, building his popularity up for what he's done and the journey he's been on and helping other people. But at 21 years old, I believe, if he believes, he can be a British champion.
What gives you that confidence? That's a big statement.
It's a massive statement, but I've been around gyms my whole life, and, you know, people will look at him and think, oh, it's deceiving, you know, he's got a bit of a belly on him and all that. So, no, I'm being honest, bit of belly on him and all that. But it's a determination. When I walked in that gym and started talking to him, his jaw was open and he was listening to every word I said. I said, I'll see if I can get you some sparring with Johnny Fishers and people like that as we move a little bit further along. They'll only take him around at first, but he will learn. And we can bring him in the pro gyms. He's a heavyweight. You know, he's 18 years old. He's got a lot in front of him, you know. He ain't got to have a massive pedigree as an amateur. Like I say, learn it all in the influencers, but sparring pros at the same time. And then bring him into the pros and bring him along slowly, you know.
Well, there's nothing wrong with a bit of a belly at heavyweight. The Gypsy King would admit himself he's got a little bit of belly and he's the best one out there.
Most of the people that do fighting, actually, like, they're not all like hench, you know what I mean? Most of the top fighters you see aren't. Yeah, muscle weighs you down, lactic acid, all that. So I stopped weightlifting, like biceps and all that, just because I don't want the extra muscle that's not needed. Like,
he's looking after himself, isn't he, Pete?
Yeah.
I'm getting back, and I've lost a little bit now. I've lost about 2 stone, you know, to be honest with you. I'm working myself. Like I say, going back to what you're saying there, when you said about Tyson Fury, listen, no way is he anywhere near a level.
I'm just making the...
No. But what I want to say is this. You know if a fighter's got it or a fighter ain't got it. As soon as a fighter walks in the gym, you know if they've got it, they ain't got it. We'll see Saturday night when he gets hit on the chin whether he's going to go, right, let's have a go. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, but I am making a bold statement. If we get it right with this kid, I believe, I believe the journey's going to be big. The journey, we've made, like I say, we've made him an ambassador of a cryo chamber already. We're trying to build the right people around him, protein companies, you know, CBD companies. So it's all health related. I ain't trying to get him like some silly sponsor that's going to chuck money at him just because he's getting loads of views. I want to get the right branding around him and then build him from there onwards. He's young. He wants to learn. He wants to learn. So, like I say, Saturday night it all starts. We're going to see a knockout Saturday night.
Hopefully, for your sake, we will. And that's just the last point as well. Obviously, you're on this big platform. We know the money inside influencer boxing. It's a good point, Peter makes. If you do want to go down the traditional professional route later, get your money now and then go down that route.
Yeah, I think literally everyone wants to be something good. You know what I mean? If someone started boxing for the aim to be decent, like, you know what I mean? My ideology is like I want to be the best at whatever I do. You know what I mean? So I want to, even if it's, as I said, 20 years down the line, people might think, oh, no way, whatever. But I believe in myself. That's all you need, self-belief. If you don't believe in yourself, who is going to? Like?
But I will say this. I want to say this as well. Listen, if you've got the belief in yourself, not only have you got the belief in yourself, right? He ain't come from a privileged background. You know, he's come from a hard background, yeah? So when it gets hard, I know when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And that's what I think you're going to see Saturday night. I think other people in this industry have come from privileged backgrounds. The difference is in boxing itself, in professional boxing or amateur boxing, they don't come from privileged backgrounds. A lot of the kids in this do, and he definitely ain't come from a background like that. And I believe on Saturday night, he will bite down on his gum shield no matter how hard it gets, even if he has to get off that floor.
Listen, good to meet you. It's good that you're following your dreams, and yeah, best of luck this Saturday. We'll have a catch up after your fight. All right, thank you, Peter. Cheers, mate. Top man.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.